crushed last night, and also I know that's funny. I was like, why did you guys not laugh at that? And then this group was like, because we're parents, and I was like, okay, well, imagine for a second that you're not you, that you're a child, and you don't have to go to school.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
fun.
funny, right? And I don't know, man. I ended my set by saying you guys can go fuck yourselves. I was pretty mad,
Nice.
but I think it's just because I didn't eat anything yesterday, really.
Yeah, it's you
Was that-
gotta not be hangry if you're gonna be up there.
I was cranky with them. Well,
That was-
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were. I knew I wasn't gonna have a good set too because this comedian who is funny and I like her. This black lesbian comedian. She was on stage and I was in the green room and I just heard them be like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Like really, the whole crowd do that, and I was like, not a good sign for what I'm gonna do. That they're like
they're cheering
super,
for identity.
Yeah, no,
They're stoked
Yeah.
on identity.
I think I'm gonna have a bad one, dude.
Which
Yeah.
means they're not going to be stoked on my identity.
It's identity
Yeah.
politics,
And
crowd,
especially not the
liberal.
shit I'm gonna be saying up there, buddy.
When there's a woman getting booed, Ryan knows that.
I'm like,
That's
ooh,
his time to shine.
ooh, baby's about to have a heater. Baby's about to get up there and have a little bit
Yeah.
of fun.
Ryan sometimes goes into the audience and starts booing, like, get her off the stage to turn the audience against her. And then he goes up next and just goes to work.
He's just going up to other guys and whispering, "Man, I wish there was a guy up there."
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Dude, I
you
used to do
fucking
that.
imagine?
She's
for
just
like
crushing.
Dude, for like a month, I was doing like bar shows, and I was like sitting in the crowd. And before I would go up, there would be like if I was going up next, I would like sit next to people and go, "Man, that's so awesome. That's crazy what they're doing up there. Oh man, I wish I." And then they would call my name, and I would just like tap. I would like too aggressively hit their shoulder, and I'd be like, "Well, it's my turn now." Like, well, I'm going up there now, and then I would take like 2 minutes to get on the stage. I would like be like fumbling through the crowd, and I'd be like, "Excuse me, I gotta get up." They're calling
That's
me.
That's a good bit. Honestly, if you ever do a special, that's how the special should start.
Yeah,
Is
so
you're in the crowd and you're like, man, it's so impressive what they're
I'm
doing.
like,
up
that's
there, you know?
crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God, he's so funny.
Yeah, you should start a special like that. That's a great
And
opening.
then
It is.
I'm sitting next to some random guy, and I'm just like interrupting someone else's set, going like, "That's so." And then this like other guy would just be looking at me like, "Stop talking to me."
Yeah, he's shushing you. People are shushing you. They're like,
Because
"Shh."
it's like it's basically a bit just for that person, but
Yeah.
it's a bit like designed so they wouldn't like it. And
Yeah.
then nobody else,
Yeah.
Dude, another
nobody
thing,
else like hears it. You're basically just disrupting the
Yeah.
show for that section.
dude, another thing I'll do, I'll have like my notes, like my like napkin or like whatever I was like scribbling on before I was going up, and I'll be like looking at it, and then someone's on stage, and I'll go to someone and I'll go, "God, I'm so nervous," and I whisper to them, and they're like, "Are you going up next?" And I go, "Yeah, I've never done it before," and they go, "Oh shit, good luck," and I go, "Thanks." And I go, "Yeah, I don't know what to do."
yeah.
That's a fun one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun to mess around. You know what I mean? Anywho, last podcast on the left. Last podcast ever.
So good, man.
It's been a hell of a run, you guys.
Until last year.
And
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes it's felt like a walk, maybe even a crawl. Sometimes even as like we were just standing still.
should
the
we
whole
come
time.
back and rebrand in like a couple months?
I mean, I guess
Rebrand
we'll
is
see.
what? What are you thinking?
I don't know, maybe like something like Guys We Fucked.
That's what I was gonna say. Or I was thinking kill Tony, like kill someone. Like if somebody could die.
We should do like what do people like? You know,
Hawk
You know,
Tua?
Hawk-
Kill Donnie. Kill Donnie would be fun.
Kill Don. Yeah,
Thinly
Who's
veiled.
Donnie?
Thinly veiled
yeah.
threat against the
Threat-
president of the United
oh, okay.
States. Yeah.
Let's be like 2016 libs and just be like, I just can't stand.
What if we come back
Trump.
with an NSYNC podcast?
about the band In Sync?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can very easily get every member
Yeah.
to be on it. Probably they don't have a lot going on, I imagine.
We would at least get one of them on before they realize and like look into what the
Or we
podcast actually
could
is.
change our podcast name like every week and have like a new
Yeah, that's good for
have
marketing.
like a new brand, you know, be like, this is the NSYNC podcast where we only talk about NSYNC, like, welcome to episode 300, and then like people will subscribe, and then next week we change it, we're like, welcome to an MMA podcast. We talk about MMA.
That would be
what's going
so
on in the
frustrating if you're
People
trying to find that
unsubscribe.
podcast in the RSS feed. You're like, what? Where is the NSYNC podcast?
Exactly, but they would subscribe
And
to
when
us.
did I subscribe? When did I subscribe to this UFC fight podcast?
No, dude, I think this is a way to get a lot of listeners fast.
I don't know.
Come
I don't
on,
think so.
dude.
A lot of this.
You're
Yes.
illustrating
Releasing one
you're
episode.
You're trying to
Illustrating
illustrate how to get rich fast with a
exactly
podcast.
why this podcast never took
Dude,
off.
Bro, Danny, my older brother Danny texted me the other day. Danny texts me like once every couple months of like a get rich quick scheme, you know. But this is his recent one. He texted me at 2:30 in the morning.
An awesome time to think of one.
I was asleep, and
100%.
he goes, I thought of a business idea we could potentially piggyback off in the future, and that's 2:30 in the morning.
So we're not ready to do it yet. But
Well,
I wake up 8 a.m. to go to work. I go, lay it on me. He goes, and then at 3 p.m., probably right when he's getting out of bed,
after he
goes-
slept 12 hours and sent
slept-
that text.
12 hours.
well,
goes,
he was thinking really hard before he
Yeah.
fell asleep, so he
Yeah.
needed his brain to recover.
So I text him at 8 a.m. This is a Wednesday. So I go lay it. Is it Thursday? I go lay it on me. He goes 3 p.m. He goes stress/anger release rooms. We set up rooms with like plates and glasses and breakable stuff, and let people rent it by the hour. Then
already a
clean
thing.
quick. Then clean quick and reset it up with more stuff for the next customer. And I go, oh Christ. And then he goes, I think this is later on if we ever own property, but you can charge like $100 to $150 an hour. This was his big idea. And then the last one was, I thought of an idea where we could make a lot of money. And I go, what is it? And he goes, we buy a house and flip it. And I go, we don't. We simply do not have the money or time.
That's a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah,
Buy
to-
property.
Oh yeah, if we just invest in property.
Yeah, he's texted me before. He's like, dude, we have to buy ATM machines.
That was
He's-
a big one going around a couple years ago.
That was a big one. He's
That
texted,
was like the entrepreneur Instagram hustlers were all saying, like, you've got to buy an ATM.
Yeah, you
machine.
have to
Like,
buy an-
Contact a small business, buy the ATM machine, ask them if you could put their ATM machine in their small business,
Yeah.
and then you make like the fees basically.
Yes.
How much is an ATM machine?
It's like a couple thousand.
$7,000.
7,000.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
That's honestly not bad.
I mean, how many
That is
fees-
like swaying me. That's low key. I might
And
be
Ryan,
in on
you
this.
just love the $7,000 game
It's a nice
hustle.
round
It was-
number.
That's like that's your number.
Let's
where-
see. I'm gonna Google how much is an ATM machine right now.
I looked it up and it was about $7,000. And I looked it up. You can make your money back in about like 3 or 4 years, and then you make a lot of money on top of that. So it's
Yeah, I
like,
just looked
About
into
$7,000 every
they're
3
only
or 4 years.
They're
it
only
sounds
like $2,500, dude. These
oh,
aren't
really?
bad, bro.
I thought they were a lot more.
Don't you have to get like? Don't you have to be like part of some institution or something?
Someone
like
has to go and like
Nope.
empty out the cash and stuff.
Yeah, me, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to pay.
And then I
a
just
co-
take all the money.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way it's
Income.
as simple as. You know what you should do? Get a vending machine, dude.
No, that's you're gonna
yes,
get way
Danny-
more
What
What
from
do
an
you think
ATM.
an ATM is other than a vending machine for food or cash?
Danny has texted me about ATM machine or vending machines and also laundry
Laundromat.
laundromat.
Those are the big three, baby.
Yeah, Danny has texted me about that and also the newest crypto. He's
Yeah.
really on it. And then he texts me at like 2 in the morning and he's like, I have an idea how to make a lot of money. And
Own
I'm
a
like,
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buy an apartment building.
own property.
Be a slumlord.
Yeah.
With like, just raise rent as much as you possibly can without people having to move out.
Yes.
you
I mean, are
know?
people even really using ATM machines like that anymore?
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's kind of a cashless society. I mean, it's more and more cashless. I think the place to have it is like
A cash
Bar.
only bar.
A
yeah.
But here's the
bar.
thing: all those
Dispensaries
places
already
already
have
have ATMs.
yeah.
Yeah. Someone's already beat you to the punch.
No, but then
Probably
you
the
get
bar.
an ATM. You put it right next to that ATM. Your fee is lower, so then you undercut them.
Yes.
You know?
There's two ATMs.
And then you have a big sign.
Yeah, you'd have
fee
to be
only
an idiot
$1.
to use
And no,
the
then you just
the
hang out. You
149
hang out
charge.
in the bar, and you have to tell everybody.
And then-
you have to
and then
funnel people.
You
to
go to the
ATM.
bar and you're like drinking and you go, man, the ATM on the right was so cheap.
It's like
Oh, I
20
can-
cents cheaper to use.
like
this
20
one.
cents
It's
cheaper.
not
Wow.
even- it's barely cheaper.
And you're like, if I
Yeah,
buy,
I saved over a nickel using that
Yeah.
one.
oh my God, it's like 20 cents cheaper. So if I buy 100 beers, I almost get a free beer for free.
Right? The bartender's like, no, that's not
Bunch
how
I
of,
this
drink
works.
bunch of
100
drunk
beer-
idiots who are smarter than you.
If I drink
Yeah.
100 beers, I almost
Yeah.
drink one free beer.
No, no, that's not how that works, buddy.
Well, honey, I gotta go to work. You just go and sit in a bar
Well,
for
I gotta
the
go
whole
see
time
my
it's
kids.
open all day.
And I make $4. It's worse than panhandling.
Because you're drinking the whole time you're at the bar.
I lose a bunch of money.
And I'm saving
Hey, I was-
even more money by only tipping on every other drink instead of every drink.
Yeah, I get home. Miranda's like, "How was your day?" I'm like, "Horrible. I lost a bunch of money again at work."
Guys, we're
Let's
taking
play
a
in the
break from the
market.
podcast to invest in ATMs, get our money up, get in our bag, and then we're going to come back fresh, new men,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yep.
with lots and lots of money.
It's so true. Well, we're hitting an hour here, so
Yeah.
Right in. And then our last episode's gonna drop on Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I remember very distinctly listening to We Cool on Thanksgiving in 2020. And I remember later that day I had to go on family Zooms.
Oh,
And then the day after that I had to tell my parents my girlfriend broke up with me and
Nice.
ask them if they would come and pick me up in Denver.
the good old days, as we
and
refer
that's
to
exactly that scenario exactly is what the Unabomber was trying to avoid with technology.
Yeah.
Good episode.
You're like in the Zoom. You're like in the Zoom with your parents, but you're like kind of standing in the doorway, like far away, and you're like, "Mom, can you pick me up from Denver?"
Mom, Dad,
I had a bad breakup.
My OnlyFans girlfriend broke up with me.
Yeah.
I pissed-
She's a millionaire now. So
I
she
pissed
broke
my
up with
pants
me.
and my OnlyFans girlfriend broke. You're standing like very far
Yeah.
away from the screen in the
I
doorway.
was using her ring light so I look beautiful in the Zoom.
The lights are off and you're in your boxers and you have one blanket and you're sucking on your thumb.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Mom, will you pick me up from Denver?" My
Elena says-
my hot girlfriend just made $1 million from guys jacking off on the internet.
Helena keeps saying like she'll go do you want to do something? And then as soon as I say yes, she sends me a link that where I have to pay $25 to actually do what I want
Yeah.
to do.
We made plans. We made
Yeah.
plans for the movies, and now I'm in debt. Somehow I owe her money, even though she owes me money because I fixed her car. Mom, can you pick me up?
Mom.
You were right.
Mom, you were right when you
Oh,
told me
come
she was
on.
gonna start OnlyFans years ago, before that was even like that much of a thing. Mom, you called it. Mom, you're so tapped in.
All
Oh
right,
boy!
So
fellas.
my mom.
Shout out to Henry's mom.
What's
Shout
your
out to
mom's name,
Henry's
Henry?
mom. Yeah.
Margaret.
And what's your
Margaret.
mom's OnlyFans?
Whoa.
Sorry, just
Whoa.
I thought you just wanted to.
Whoa.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, hey, oh.
Whoa.
Ever since
You can't just
Ever
be
since I
asking.
watched The Sopranos, I say "oh" so much when I don't know how to
Oh.
respond to like
Oh.
slight offenses, and it
Yeah.
really works.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fun to say.
Ryan, why is your mom not on the final episode? That seems like a great final
That's
guess.
a really good point.
She honestly, I don't think she ever would. She's too shy. She's too worried that she would say something stupid, which she probably would.
And what's your mom's OnlyFans link, Ryan?
Yeah, it's
Whoa!
It's no. That's okay. It's Brenda Call, and then it's just her social security number after it.
Nice.
It'll be in the episode description.
Yeah. We'll link it.
We'll link off to it.
Yeah, if listeners, if you guys want to ask us anything, any final thoughts about the
Or,
podcast
just
over the
anything
years,
anything
Also,
you liked, what
or
you thought
send
was
it-
wrong with it.
DM us a voice memo too, like if you want to hear your name out on the radio waves, on the pod
Yeah,
waves.
if you want us to say your name, I don't give a fuck. We'll
Just
say it on the last
send
episode.
anything. Send anything.
send
in.
anything,
You will
and
read anything.
maybe send us like, hey, maybe,
Unfiltered.
maybe
Someone sends in Mein Kampf. We're like, God damn it, dude. This is
We
gonna
said
take
we
up
were
like
gonna
most
do
of the
it.
episode.
send in like like maybe like even like when we come back at some point, if we come back, maybe like, hey, maybe you guys can do this as a podcast, different concepts.
Yeah,
the floor is
will
open.
if you guys want to be creative instead of us doing it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we've done it long enough. What, like
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah.
years?
Or
That-
if fans want to, like, if you have like a property, you could give it to the We Cool Boys, and then they
Or
can
if you have
flip
any,
it
yeah,
for
any
profit.
ATMs,
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
ATM machines
lay
laying
it-
around.
They have ATMs in your garage or whatever.
Also, dude, shout out to the listener apology. This episode was really funny.
It was really good.
That was
Yeah.
I feel like I would get along with that person.
It was
That
you.
sounded like a funny dude.
Yeah, you can relate to workplace violence.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who
Great
among us
yours.
has not wanted to bring some type of gun into their workplace?
Yeah, no, that's the truth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, boys,
Okay.
you guys
Sounds right.
have a good day. I'm gonna go play college football 25. I gotta
Hell
go
yeah.
make Army a dynasty.
Awesome. Henry, great chatting with you. Henry, you want to come on the next one?
Yeah, I'll be back next week.
All right, Henry, we'll
Sounds
see you.
good.
We'll see you
Work,
next week.
baby.
For
Grant,
Mike.
You guys have
Alright.
a great Saturday.
All
Bye.
right. Bye, boys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. See ya.